Okay, so originally I was avoiding trying to make this into a vlog. It kind of became a vlog anyway, so I'm going with it. But I'm trying to keep it more a review blog than just me talking about my daily life, because quite frankly anyone can talk about their daily life. But so I've done a few makeup reviews or about specific products that I've liked for like the last two videos. And I'm gonna go back to tech today, but it's not tech in the way that it was for the first two videos, because I want to talk about Bitcoin. And I'm pretty happy because my instincts about Bitcoin were so on point. I had said years ago that Bitcoin would be like legitimate. And here we are a few years into the future, and everything I assumed about Bitcoin is coming true, so I'm really happy about that. I check my Bitcoin portfolio every day, and it sounds all dramatic, but it's not. It's really just a few $100s in account. But it's a big deal to me because every time I check it, I'm like, okay. And I get why there's a lot of sort of concern around it, because realistically, it's it does fluctuate a lot. Like when I look at my account, I look at it in its translation to US dollars, because realistically in Bitcoin it's like point something 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 something, and it's in a lot of decimals. And so instead of looking at point something 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 in a lot of decimals, I look at it in translation to US dollars. And when I'm looking at the exchange, it does fluctuate a lot. Like in a day, can like my account can fluctuate $10 or like $15. And so it does fluctuate a lot, which is why I get that people are bothered. But I think I'm proud to say that, well, because I've always wanted a Forex portfolio and I always wanted a hedge fund. Those were two things I wanted, but the Forex portfolio is much more intuitive to me. With a Forex portfolio, basically you're focusing on foreign exchange. And when you look at the currency of different governments, basically the exchange rate from one currency to another currency changes. So, like, consistently, if you are an American citizen and you take US dollars and you go crazy and spend in Canada, the exchange rate is typically pretty favorable for you. And there are certain exchanges that tend to be really favorable in a certain direction, and there are other currencies that sort of fluctuate. And I know for a long time people are like, oh, well, Bitcoin's super high risk and all these sorts of things. And for years I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure that Bitcoin is going to be like another Forex currency basically, and it basically already is. Forex, 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 it's just shorthand for foreign exchange, but basically you just trade currencies and and basically make the sort of top off of the exchange. And so what I really really want right now is to build an account. Well, I have to like make more money right now. I'm looking for a new job and I'm still trying to build my business on the side. Okay, it's becoming a vlog. It's fine. And I don't know, I'm really excited about the Bitcoin portfolio because that's something I've really wanted for years, And I would download all of this information about like blockchain technology for years. And I'm starting to do it finally. For years I couldn't figure out how to use blockchain, and we're not going to get into that. It's fine. I figured it out eventually. For a while I couldn't figure it out, and then I just didn't have savings, and then I was just like, well, why would I have a portfolio? Just because I think it's going to work out. But I don't know, I'm pretty happy with Bitcoin, and I know that there's a lot of different cryptocurrencies, but I'm just going to focus on Bitcoin in this video. I will include a referral link in case you want to invest in Bitcoin. But I don't know if we both get something or if I just get something, but I'm assuming we both get something. It's typically like $10 or something. But I don't know, the reason why I'm proud, and no, that's not how they, okay. I don't know, I'm just proud because my instincts about so many things are so on point, and I'm just like, yes. My instincts about so many things are on point. So on point, and I'm pretty happy. But this video is just going to talk about Bitcoin. I don't even know what else to say. It's stream of conscious. I didn't plan this out. And I kind of like them to be that way because even though on YouTube I do watch a variety of channels and some of them are like highly edited and like well planned and it takes like a week of filming, I wanted to try to do one video a day, and because I wanted to try to do one video a day, I wanted it to, one, not involve too much editing. If I enjoyed editing, I'd be fine with it, but I don't enjoy editing, so all of these are just one cut and then that's it, or one take and that's it. And it's fun for me. And, you know, I talked about different headphones I liked, different makeup I like, clothes, computers, and cryptocurrency. So I'm not an expert on this by any means, but I think for people who want a passive portfolio or an income portfolio, like, I don't know, initially I was looking into investing in different companies and having, I don't know, there was like different ways. There's sort of the old school dividend sort of way you would go about it, and you could have basically stocks. I don't know the terminology too much, but basically you'd have like stocks in like 100 companies. And like, let's say that they're all dividend yielding companies. And you could easily make like $1,000 to $3,000 a month if you pick the right companies. But a lot of these are public lists as well. You could find out which companies have basically released a dividend or increased their dividend, and they've been on time about it. That's really common knowledge, and that was something that I still think I want to do, but I think that's something that I need to wait for a while to do. The other option that I thought about was venture capital, on both sides of it, in terms of getting invested by a venture capital firm and then also being a venture capitalist. I think I would enjoy being a venture capitalist just because I'm really good at like poking at things, like picking companies. But then Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and having a cryptocurrency portfolio was something I really wanted for a long time, or just having a portfolio in general was something I wanted for a long time. And I think me consistently having something in Bitcoin is like, I mean, it's only like a few $100s, so it's not even that big of a deal, but it's a big deal for me because I'm proud that all of my instincts about Bitcoin were so accurate. So accurate. And I just look at it every day and I'm like, and this just sounds like a huge ad for Bitcoin, and it's like, well, to be fair, I'm trying to post one video a day, and every video I post is just supposed to be something that I'm excited about. And today, this is what I'm excited about. The other day, I was excited about mascara. The other day, I was excited about eyeshadow. The other day, I was excited about my laptop. So today, this is what the video is going to be about. And I don't know. I think it's easier for me to give someone a recommendation if they were building a portfolio the traditional way, with more of like the dividend end of things, because it's much more predictable in your income stream. There's less volatility. If someone was trying to build an income portfolio for Bitcoin, I think that their payout would have to be longer range. With a traditional, like, investing in a company, like, let's say you invest in like 100 companies, and that's your dividend portfolio, your income portfolio, your passive income portfolio, and you have income every month. That is something I do want to do, but I'm not at a point in my life where I can do. Whereas basically something like, the reason why Bitcoin would work for me right now, counterintuitively, is that it has a longer range. And because I'm focusing on a longer range, probably like years before I withdraw, so I'm always putting in but not withdrawing, it works because the volatility doesn't affect me. Whereas if the volatility does affect you, then you'd probably not want to. Okay, now I'm back at the original point of why people don't like Bitcoin. Okay, well, my point is, my instincts about Bitcoin were completely accurate, which I'm proud of. I'm always proud of that. But the reason why the volatility of Bitcoin doesn't affect me is because I'm not relying on it to be an passive income portfolio on a monthly basis. For people who rely on a passive income portfolio on a monthly basis, that volatility bothers them, because let's say you have a specific budget and you spend a specific amount on rent, a specific amount on food, a specific amount on whatever. That volatility affects all of your budget, because then you're going to have to change all of your budgets every month. That's what people mean where they say cryptocurrency is high volatility, because they're coming at it from that sort of perspective. If you're coming at it from that perspective, of course it's high volatility. But if you're looking at it from the perspective of, well, I'm going to hold this for a year or 5 years or 10 years, that fluctuation of 2% or 3% isn't going to affect you that much. And over the long term, it's well net positive. If this does sound like an ad for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, but I promised that this would be a tech and a makeup vlog, and the last few videos were just makeup. And I'm really excited about Bitcoin right now, so I'm trying to encourage people to invest in Bitcoin, and I know that there's a lot of speculation around it, and there's like a lot of different ones, like Dogecoin and Litecoin and Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash, and there's like, what's the difference? Look, everyone makes a new coin, blah, 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 and you're just kind of like, well, this sounds like a scam. Is this like some sort of like pyramid scheme, blah, 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 blah. And on that note, I would say that I haven't looked into every available type of cryptocurrency in the world. 2, I don't care. 3, I don't even know enough about how it works to actually be like, yes, this is the best one in the whole world. The reason why it's just easier for me to point at Bitcoin and be like, that's the one I'm talking about, is because that's the first one, so we're just gonna go with that for the point of this video. Let's see, anything else? Okay, Bitcoin. So let's see, let's recap. This is the longest video I've done. The other ones were like under 5 minutes. This one's over 10 minutes. But recap. I'm just going to recap in 3 points. The purpose of this video is to address volatility of cryptocurrency and why it's not an issue if you're a long-term investor. And if you are looking for a monthly passive portfolio, Bitcoin isn't right for you. I want to keep this video under 15 minutes, so I'm going to recap those 3 points quickly. 1, the reason why people consider it highly volatile is because of what I've described already, because most of them are coming from the perspective of a traditional investor, where it's like, okay, you know, you want passive income without doing anything, and you want it to replace your traditional budget. And if you have a traditional budget of, like, let's say $500 for something, you don't want the money that you expect for that to be $600 one month and then like $300 another month. That's high volatility. That's a bit dramatic of example, but that's why people consider it high volatility. But if you're not looking for a passive income stream immediately, I think Bitcoin is brilliant because the volatility actually works in your favor, which sounds counterintuitive, but the volatility actually works in your favor if you're willing to stick with it. So I'm proud because initially when I was super into Bitcoin, I was just kind of like, I hope it's not a fad, I hope it's not a fad, I hope I'm not one of those people who just like it because it's new and cool and popular, and like years down the line, everything I thought about Bitcoin is still accurate, so I'm happy because it's still accurate. Okay, that's the end of this video, and I don't know, I feel like I should include articles or something, because I'm saying all of this assuming that my audience not only likes makeup, but apparently is a mid-range investor in foreign exchange, hedge funds, and cryptocurrency. Which I can't assume people are, but let's assume that people want to learn about it with me. So I'll find some links on the internet and I'll include them. Okay, now okay, that's what I'm gonna do today before I post this video. Okay, bye-bye.